Hello, and welcome back, my fellow friends, to a new episode of Factorio, the game where we are building a factory to get ourselves off this rotten world. Okay, brilliant. So in the last episode, we've stopped. Well, even though it was not quite planned, we were building in a post commentary the Iron Outpost, and that's where we're going to continue right now. And I'm actually not quite sure why we actually stopped building the outpost. I mean, we're out of walls, I presume, and I accidentally turned around something. There we go. Okay, so we have 10 walls, so let's grab a couple of walls, increase the iron output. I think like those are the main issues that we had, and give us like maybe steel. We're totally out of steel. So yeah, and actually, by the way, my fellow friends, for me personally, it has been multiple weeks. I'm not quite sure whether it's 3 or 4 weeks actually since my last since my last Factorio recording. So I'm a bit out of touch with what we did in a previous time. But I still think, well, we do have to continue at some point, so might as well right now, right? Okay, so the thing that we know right now is that the timer is working, and that's brilliant. And we do not have a iron kind of train main home station, iron home station. There we go. So yeah, but we do have a train. I'm like really that confused right now. Yes, this is the right track here. Give me some fuel, like 78 wood is fine. Now let's go and take the train. I'm too lazy to no, I do not want to go this way. I want to go roundabout in the around in the round. God darn it! I want to go around in the roundabout, but right now going down. Okay, good. Oh, and we'll need some power poles. That was the other thing. Okay, let's finish quick that section of wall we've got here. Chopping down. Oh, okay, that was not even necessary. Anyways, chopping down some trees, never a bad thing. Apart from the love that the biter are gonna hate us. Well, that's just a side effect, right? Okay, so let's take a couple of ammunition here, and that's more than enough, because the main defenses will be down here where we've already set up a good amount of turrets. Just going to make like a couple more here around the corner, since that's exactly from where those guys will be attacking this base once we start the resource mining, well, the excavation actually in that regard. So let's just drop a few power poles here. So at the moment it's not important the way they are, since this is just first things, just to get at least a basic and rudimentary idea of how things will look like, more or less. And yeah, this is the main one, not the main, but generally the power supply will be coming from these large power poles, which will run in the center of the railway line. And speaking of railway line, we do have more, and I really do mean more than enough railways to actually build here a second, at least a branch of the, there you go, a branch of the railway system itself, without, even though we already planned that, like that's what I said at the end of the previous episode. Oh, actually that was 1 or even 2 to 4. Let's have a look. We want to go into this one section that is already built. So there are like 2 options. Either we can go like this, and that was no 2 too far, so now we have to go back and be like, let's get rid of those trees. So with that, we're going to save up some rails when we connect to the previously already established railroad network from the last episode. And the thing that I interrupted myself like 3 times right now is the fact that, there we go. There we go, that's exactly what I meant. I already said it, we will build a second railway station down here because we do have two two iron fields here, so we might as well increase the amount of, well yes, actually it is the amount, the number of trains coming in into this train station to make it a more fluent way, a more fluent, more fluent and consistent resource flow, because, well, the more consistent the resources are flowing, the better it will actually be at the end in terms of performance. Okay, resource, did these guys just break through the wall? No, they just blew up a turret. So those goddamn bloody biters actually managed to blow up a turret, and that's bad. That's really bad. We do need, however, one more wall gateway for this side, do we? No. Okay, well then we're going to do a small protrusion here. No big deal. And one turret at the very entrance of the base, and one at the on this corner, in this corner. Next up, going with some, do we have enough chests? So let's grab some wood to make a buffer chest, or a few buffer chests actually, where we'll be actually storing the mined ore before it will be thrown into the, no, not iron, please, there we go, into the trains themselves. So we're going to start with, let's go for you. Okay, congratulations, you're going to get some iron chests. Stack inserters, let's build a couple more of those bad boys. Let's at least have the, let's be at least prepared for a eventual increase of a two-sided loading, even though I'm not quite fond of it at the moment. For a regular train, well, for a regular train stop at the moment, I think one-sided loading is enough. But yeah, you never know. Let's actually keep the last one still in our inventory of those stack inserters, and you never know when you might actually really need to get a real stack inserter, aka the train unloading facility. Actually, that's where we're going to go for stack inserters for sure, since their time is really a lot more worth than here, because here it's like a bit more, they have more time at this point in time. Let's go for that, and we can just drop down a splitter here, something like that. And with this we can just run down here, place down a couple of miners like this, and then the one like that, I presume. This guy's weird, but whatever. And like you, and then like you, and then like you, and then we're going to go like you there, and then give me another one of those miners to finish the spot in this region, and the rest can be just taken down here. You go this way, you go that way, and I'm just gonna take a couple more miners, setting up them on this side pretty much parallel to those guys we've already set up, if we're, as a player, not in the way. Throwing down a couple of power poles, throwing down a couple of bigger power poles, like this, and one over there, and that should be more than enough. If we had a splitted at ease, well, even though the splitter is not really dependent on that. So let's drop you, well, we need a second splitter. I have not thought about that fact, have I? There we go. Now we use the underground belt and the splitter, there we go, brilliant. With that we just have to call you, well, color you in blue, and call you, I iron 1, and do the same thing for you. Turn you in blue because, well, iron is blue, and then we'll call you iron 1. Now we have 2 of those guys named here. Iron 1, brilliant. Now you get your card here. You yourself as a train get colored blue for the same reason. You have some fuel, you get some coal because better fuel. And then the only thing that's remaining is this train signal, and we need at least 3 more. So 1 for this section here, and 1 for this, and 1 for that. There we go. That seems like reasonable. This seems good. Now I would really like to go and use you on automated mode, but we still need to do a couple of things, as well as doing the actual iron. No, god damn it. There you go. As well as using the actual iron resource facility, where we, well, not facility, but rather the point where we're going to receive and unload all the iron ore. There we go. Wow, that was now really a mouthful. It is enough to smack it inside this section here. Brilliant. Now you guys should be having a radar array. Do we have a radar array? No, we don't. We're going to take one. And now we're stuck, I think. No, we just have to go for one entire round around this, and no going circles. There we go. Now we're going to leave this section. That was actually close enough. Let's have, like, do we cover the entire base? If we place it here, that's like pretty much good enough. Well, these spiders there won't really like that, but well, at the moment we don't care. We're going to build the home base for iron. Now the main question is where. I think I actually planned on building it somewhere over here, like pretty much underneath the smelting area, where we have now our real in-house iron production, just having some railroads running along. We do have a substantial amount of rails, so I don't really think that will be an issue, to be quite honest. But there we go. So we go with this, and then we go straight. But like I said in the very beginning, it's quite some time since the last time playing some Factorio, so I'm not 2000% sure that we want to go right through the coal itself. Maybe going a bit further right and then this way up. This is also make a pretty decent spot for one of those roundabout thingies, since those roundabout thingies should be placed in critical positions and critical places where they are of use, not just as a regular turn. Because, well, I could of course go for a regular turn here, but trains, no, that's not what it. Blueprints, there we go. Blueprints, roundabout. That roundabout is like pretty much over that goddamn bloody cliff. So let's make it a bit earlier, like that. Just delete this rail, this rail, this rail, and I think this rail as well. Now going to take it like this, and go for that. And then continue on this rail track, one going around. That one was one too far. Going around, going up. Going around, one rail, going around, one rail, going around. Brilliant. Now let's just actually smack one down here, going into the blue. And then we can just quickly fight our way through this tiny jungle. Well, there's a couple of trees here. in our way. And with that, we are pretty much, oopsie, pretty much set for a two-way rail track now to the probably iron. And we're out of iron plates. Wow. Who would have thought that? Well, that's actually why we're doing iron. And we need more of those goddamn bloody things. Add station, iron 1. Go. And you're going to this one. Why am I not surprised? And this one doesn't even have any... Brilliant. Oh, that's just very intelligent. Great. I love it. So in other words, the issue of our iron supply is the iron ore, is our iron plates, and they are kind of in turn again producing the issue of iron plates, you know. The thing that is hindering us from solving the issue is the issue itself. That's good. Let's take this drill away as well, like deconstruct it to build one drill there. And move that power pole to here. Sorry. Now take off these couple of drills here since they're not really necessary. Not really necessary. They're not doing anything, so they're completely useless. You give me 2 more gun turrets, and the next time we go up there, we're gonna take more ammunition with us. Okay. So the rail is going to come this way, and the second rail is like exactly on the border to the wall. That's neat, I guess. I'm just going to finish this railway part in terms of adding those rails to have. Wait, why is that? Is that really just a... What's the issue, my friend? Oh, that is actually already rail. Oh, okay, in that case, sorry. We have energy shields. Brilliant. Let's go for that. Yeah, why not? Let's go for some stack and surge bonuses. Now quickly finishing this part here as well for the same reason, just to have that. And we're good. The last issue, well, last issue, it's not really last issue, but we need more rail signals, like a lot more rail signals. So here we have one, here we have one. Well, these are still empty connections, so we don't really need those yet. But at least already making sure that the circle or roundabout thingy is separate, a separate segment. And now here finishing this crossway so that is actually working. So this part up until here is actually still considered to be inside the railway. Roundabout. There you go, roundabout. Otherwise it might be just, it would be a waste of signals making here another break and adding 2 more, but whatever. It's not, in theory, it's not that much of a change, but whatever. So, now, onto the important stuff. That's building a couple of crates. / chests. And bringing actually the railway in first, because then we can properly plan where we can, or where we will put down the actual, let's make there another hole for ourselves to enter and exit. Where the rail's gonna be, like, where's the station gonna be? I think we're going with a all the way straight until we run out of rails and then turn right. Kind of setup, and then probably like a couple of those turning right setups. Okay. It actually takes quite a while until we will get this thing up and running. You're steel, you're the chest with the munition. Where is the rail production? There we have it. And here we have some iron plates as well, that's good. Taking up some iron plates is very interesting. Let's take 2 stacks of rails, that should be more than enough to finish, like I said, the railway station. And boy, we're taking our sweet time in building this railway. Well, yeah. But once it's set up, it will be done. Pretty sure about that. Let's put actually 2 gun turrets down. One that was already here previously. That's nothing really special. But the other one here kind of has a increased firepower or defensive capabilities. Okay, so the trains will be coming this way on the right hand side, and I'm pretty sure we're gonna have at least one additional railway that will continue on its path straight. Okay, that was a bit too far. That seems reasonable. Let's get rid of this gun turret here. And we can just see another biter attack, and our gun turret is barely doing its job. Get rid of that power pole here. Yeah, we're going to get rid of this iron lane. Transport belt lane. There you go. It's not that important since, well, we can just flip around this little friend here and make it like that, and he's still just fine doing exactly what he's supposed to do at the exact same place where he's supposed to be doing it. And I'm going to be quite honest, I don't really like the fact that these biters are that close, or the rails are that close to the wall, which is being attacked by the biters on a rather regular basis, if I may say so myself. So that's why we're going to extend the wall here. Build this really, like literally 2 wall sections. This extended perimeter. There we go. Let's just increase it like this, and let's take out these 2 gun turrets, and as well we're going to take this one out as well. So you be placed here, and of course we're going to repair you, my fellow friend. Okay, great, and another gun turret in the center, and 2 in the center. Great, and now you even have some more additional ammunition. That's great. That's a bit of an overkill, but whatever. Let's extend the wall at least a bit more and be like, yeah, why not? Let's go for double walls. That's fine. Okay, great. That was now a bit overkill, but whatever. Rather having too many gun turrets than too little of those. That's definitely good. One question that I'm asking right now is, since we most certainly have to craft a bunch of bullshit in our inventory, so let's go take a couple of green circuits. There we go. Let's build another one of those. Pretty sure we have to do it in this length, because that's just too short. Yeah, no chance of doing that. How are our wait, that's something that can be left pretty much like that. So what are our chances in turning another, like making a second lane here? That's too close. Second lane. This seems reasonable. There we go. With that, we have at least 2 lanes. Perfectly fine at taking ore. Okay, brilliant. Now, both of them need 1 chest for the trains to fill them up again. That's, I guess, a given. Followed by, of course, some regular, just unloading chest. That's actually too close. Give us more unloading chests. And 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. I kind of like that. A set of 3 on both sides. Now let's have a look how many stack inserters we got here. Let's make you 2 in here and make the rest of those guys fast inserters, and here of course fast inserters as well. You will be fast and fast inserters as well, and you go as well as our last stack inserter. Now we need a couple more of those poles here, starting up with you. With that we have the first section completed, and now we can connect that to the power grid. With that we're done with that. Now the timer comes. That's bad, but we have a research finish, and that's good. Wow, brilliant. And that timing is just superb. Just still going to finish this in this episode because, well, it would be rather annoying not being able to finish things like that, even though we're almost finished. So we're going to just quickly turn around this section. This section on this side does not really matter for the fact, as a matter of fact in that case. Yeah, that really does not matter at all. Okay, so now we're going to take a underground, and this underground goes here, while this underground will go all the way there. You turn it this way, you together flip it that way, you point upwards, and with that, once this bloody pole that we just placed is replaced, and we add a nice little cute splitter, if we had enough iron, that is. Shouldn't we have some way of some... Oh wait, we do have some gears here. Let's give us 2 stacks of gears. With belts, with underground belt, but we do not have a splitter. Bloody hell. Let's build in a couple of splitters here. And as for research, let's go for landmine just to have those guys done. Now, splitters, where are you? With this final piece, with the input priority to our left hand side, we are actually done with setting up the home iron ore. So how's it called? Home iron or iron home? It's called home iron. Perfect. And with that we can actually just make it like copy and paste, and you just turn blue, and we take a train. Where is our train? There we have a train, copper, our iron train, adding iron home, and he's on its merry way. Brilliant. So iron 1, time passed. Let's go down to 25 seconds, and here cargo empty. Okay, with that our automated train system is running around. You have an empty cargo, so you're just going back and filling up. And I actually wanted to catch a ride, since we have not connected the belts there, but this is something for the next episode. And on this note, I really hope you guys have enjoyed this new episode of Kerbal Space Program. No, not quite right, Factorio. And until next time, Space Sheep signing out. Enjoy the rest of your day, my friends.